G'day, Justin Hogg here from Right Source in the chilly outdoors today. We're talking all things not-for-profit, and one of the things I get involved in a lot as company secretary and working with a lot of not-for-profits is director recruitment, or people who want to become directors of not-for-profits. So today I thought I'd share my top 5 tips in terms of those of you who might be looking to start a director career with a not-for-profit, and how you can achieve that and what things you can do to help you give you the best chance of success of finding that director position. So first one is be there for the right reasons. Being a director of a not-for-profit, especially generally being a voluntary position, doesn't mean that they don't want you to be adding value, that it's a sort of a warming a seat type function. This is a role that has responsibilities with it, obviously, but also you're there to add value to the organization. So you really want to be taking on this director position and not-for-profit to add value to the organization. Now, it might be part of a longer term plan in terms of building a director career or getting exposure into not-for-profit space. That's all fine. Make sure that the director positions you're going for, you're doing for the right reasons, and it fits with you being able to give value back to the organization. Because I can tell you at an interview process, if you're not there for the right reasons, it stands out. Second tip, look to do some governance training. It's one of the things that most boards are now looking to do, is have their directors do an AICD course or Governance Institute course and get some qualifications around governance as they're part of their role as a director. Be proactive, get that, go and get that training done beforehand so you can already tick that box, you've already met that level. It might put you ahead of those others who are applying for that position. And the third one ties into that a little bit more in terms of being proactive. So a lot of not-for-profits don't have a large recruitment budget, or they're not continually doing a recruitment process for directors, but they still might be looking for the right people to fit into certain roles. So reach out to not-for-profits. Don't just necessarily wait for an ad to come through looking for a director position. There's lots of ways you can find not-for-profits that are around you, or in industries or specific areas in not-for-profit that might be of interest. Look them up, look on the ACNC website that has all the not-for-profits listed. Have a look through, find ones that you might be interested in and approach them. You'll be surprised at how many people will be very interested in even having a conversation with you about the potential of a director position, even though they're not advertising. Tip number 4 is be clear about what you are selling. So what value are you going to be able to bring to the organization? Now, this can be in terms of technical skills, maybe the profession that you're in, it can be the network that you have, it can be the industry experience that you have. It can just be the fact that you've had experience in the not-for-profit sector and that you bring diversity of thought to the board. So all these things could be valid things that you're bringing to the not-for-profit board, or that you're selling in terms of the value you're adding. But be clear on that, because that's what the not-for-profits want to know, is like, what are you bringing? Why should we have you as a director on our board? So the 5th tip in terms of looking for a director position and how you can help yourself achieve that is go and get some not-for-profit experience. It's usually a key aspect that directors and boards are looking for, is directors that have not-for-profit experience, because that way you're bringing some knowledge already to the board. So go out and find those areas where you can volunteer at a not-for-profit that uses the skills, that uses the time that you're able to put forward to that not-for-profit, and it'll in turn give you that experience and that understanding of how not-for-profits work, understanding the sector, and that's then something you can bring as part of your skill set that you're bringing to a not-for-profit board. So there is it. There's 5 tips in terms of starting your not-for-profit director career. If anyone has any questions about that, feel free to chuck them in the comments below or reach out. Happy to have a discussion and help you on that journey. Otherwise, there's lots of other videos on YouTube in terms of not-for-profit and accounting space. Feel free to check them out. Subscribe, keep up to date. We try and do these quite regularly. Otherwise, thank you very much for your time. It's Justin Hogg from Right Source.